Hey, everybody, thanks for tuning into Border City Rock Talk. You get great news, great interviews, great interviewees with sometimes a comedic touch. Make sure you smash the subscribe button, hit the comments, and hit the like button as well. Before I forget, I've got Angry Anderson coming up this week, as well as Doug Aldridge on Friday. Everybody's going to want to hear about Doug and the Dead Daisies. But today I have multi-platinum producer, songwriter from Tesla, and Violet Breed, Mr. Brian Wheat. How you doing, Brian?
Hey buddy, how you doing?
Well, as I tell everybody, I'm literally $1 million and some change shy of being a millionaire.
Wow. Play the
Just saying.
lottery.
Well, you know what? I believe in that too. And speaking of gambling, before we talk about the new, well, not really new project, but Violet Breed that Alex and Brian are in, and there's a couple good singles, great singles, by the way. Speaking of gambling, don't forget to get your tickets for the Tesla show if you can scalp them. I think they might be sold out at Kuwait Casino February 28th. That's going to be a dynamite show. Anyways, so I've got a question about Tesla, then we'll get into Violet Breed. You're working with Steve. Well, you're not really working with Steve. You hired Steve Brown. What's Steve Brown like to have around, and the differences between him and Troy?
Uh, well, they're both great drummers. Um, I mean, there's not really, I mean, they kind of look similar. Um, I mean, that's a tough question. I don't know how I should actually answer it. Um,
You can edit stuff out.
yeah, Steve is really pleasant to be around.
Yeah, that's what I hear. You're not saying that. Well, I won't even go there. I just know that you just saying Steve is a pleasant guy to be around.
Steve
Great
is a
all
real
around
pleasant
drummer.
guy to be around. He's really easy. Uh, I'm not gonna get into, Troy or whatever.
No, no, we don't want that.
Troy, he's a part of the history of Tesla. He was there for a long, long, long time. The
Yeah,
bottom line is, um, we chose to part ways mutually. And
right.
and
Okay.
that's it. There's no animosity, at least from our end. I don't know. I don't think there should be from his end.
No,
Uh, it just, there just comes a point. I mean, you got to remember that this band's been a band for 40 years.
hard to
A-
believe.
And, Tommy Skeoch was there for a long time as well.
Yeah,
And there's no difference between Tommy and Dave. They're both great guitar players, and you know, uh, Tommy, he left at a point when he did because of whatever those reasons were.
yeah.
And today, me and Tommy, we're still great friends and brothers. Same with Troy. I mean, I haven't talked to Troy recently. Um, just because it took a while to get all this stuff sorted out. I'm sure we will again one day.
Yeah.
Um, that which brings up the next question. Do you think you'll ever play together again? I don't know. I don't know. You never know. You never know. I mean, if you would ask
Right.
me in 1995, did I think Tesla was ever going to get back together? And I said no. And look, we've been back
Right.
together. We've been back together for 25 years. So I don't want to get into that, but
No,
I
no.
guess I guess to answer your question in a short summary, Steve Brown is working very well in the band, and we really enjoy having him there.
And I'm looking forward to meeting him, obviously for the well, if I get into the meet and greet. But a lot of people didn't realize he's the younger brother of Mick.
Yes, yes, he's Mick's younger brother. We've known Steve for a long, long time, and that's another reason why he was the guy that came in because he we had played with him and we had worked with him before, and we knew him.
Mhm.
And that's half the battle is just being able to, you know, cohabitate together. And we
Right.
did. So, and then he got there and he plays great and he's easy, and
Yeah.
it's working great. So,
Well, that's good. I've watched some live stuff with you guys recently, and yeah, he fits in well, in my opinion, and a lot of Tesla fans. Now, um, I had talked. Well, I didn't realize how deep you were into doing other projects and producing. Like I did talk to Tommy. You'd work with Tommy Skeoch not too long, well, about a year ago. You were doing some music, and then I interviewed Mr. Chris Holmes, who was at your house only about 4 days after my
Yeah.
interview.
Yeah. So, it's funny because on paper right now, and I haven't said this to anyone, but I'll say it since you're asking and you bring it up. Me and Chris are going to do a band or a project, whatever you want to call it, together. And Tommy has agreed to do it as well. So the three of us have talked about putting together, a project, band, whatever you want to call it, this day and age. But me and Chris have already started to work on some songs, and I
Right,
know
right.
me and Tommy know how to write songs together because we did a lot in Tesla. So the next step would be to get me and Tommy and Chris together, whether it's,
Wow.
like on a Zoom, working together like that or whatever,
Yeah.
and write some material and then find a singer that would be the right singer for that project. But yeah, me and Chris are pretty good buddies. We see each other when I'm at my house in Italy. He's there all the time. He comes
Yeah.
and
He lives in France.
and yeah, he lives in France. And Tommy, I'm in Florida now for the winter. Tommy's in Florida. So we've all talked about it. So
Nice.
it's just when we get around to doing it. And it's just carving out a time where Chris isn't busy doing Mean Man. I'm not doing Tesla or Violet Breed. And Tommy's, not doing Bad Marriage.
Right. Right.
Then I'm looking forward to it because I like Chris and I want to
Yes.
work with Tommy again, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
You
Well,
know,
that's
yeah.
it. That's amazing. I appreciate you giving me the heads up on it, so I can be the first on that one. I appreciate that. One quick thing, and then we'll get into Violet Breed, which is the real reason we're here now. I talked to Chris, and I know a bit about Europe and France, and I said, Do you have a bidet in your house?" As a joke, he goes, "No, but Brian does in his house in Italy."
Yeah, I have one in I think there's
Customary there in Europe,
two
some
or
places.
I have a house in a farmhouse in Italy and I have an apartment in an old village called Lucignano,
Oh yeah,
from
yeah. They're
from the
famous for their hockey.
Lucignano?
Yeah, there's well, I've known some professional hockey players in Canada that go to play hockey in Europe, and Luciano is got the Premier Leagues. They're not
No,
professional
I don't
NHL.
know if this is the same place. This is in
Maybe it's
Tuscany.
not. Maybe I'm thinking of Lugano.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not a hockey dude. I wear hockey jerseys, but I've only been to one game and I don't even know the rules of hockey. I just like it when they fight.
Well, that is the rule.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, I do have a few bidets in my house in Italy. Yeah.
It was a funny thing. Anyways,
Yeah.
let's talk about Violet Breed. Now, there's two songs that I heard. I got to ask you about this. Is I understand there's an album that was written, but there's two songs. There's Awake and 10 Years Sober. So are you releasing them by singles? Is that how it is?
Well, yeah, I mean, really, we started out and we recorded like 9 songs.
Well, okay.
And in that first batch of 9 songs was Awake and 10 Years Sober. And I was in Italy again, and Alex came over because he's in England, and we started to work on a couple more songs. I said, "Hey, what do you got new?" And he played me some ideas, and we wound up starting on a new batch of songs. Um, Brittany, can you let Teresa in? Um, um, so now that new batch has turned into 27 new songs.
No way. Wow.
Yes.
You a
So
workaholic?
sort of.
But is it work?
No.
There you go.
No.
So you're
I mean that's the thing, right? With Alex and myself, it's very easy to work. And we're very much having a good time. Like, when you start things, it's always, with this, it's for the right reason because we both share a lot of the same influences and we like working together. We just, why stop doing it? It's like, hey, I got this idea. I got this idea. I got this idea. I got this idea. And, it's like twice a week we get together on kind of the equivalent of a
Yeah.
Zoom, and I
Right.
control his Pro Tools rig from here.
Okay.
And he'll send me an idea, I'll work on it, put it together as a track, send it back to him. He'll say, yeah, I got a melody idea or some lyrics ideas. He'll send that back to me. Then we get together, and we're not in the same room. When we did the first 8 songs, we were in the same room.
Right.
But
Right.
all these new 25 songs that we're doing, I've either been in Italy and he's been in England, or I've been in Florida, he's been in England, or I've been in New York and he's been in England, and we work over the internet. And
Right.
it's really a efficient way to work. So that and it's just sparked this whole creative process for the both of us. That's just cool as fuck.
Yeah, I'll just let everybody know the links to the two videos are going to be below. The links to the Violent Breed website and Facebook page are going to be below. Out of the two songs, if I had to pick, I'd say they're both good, but I love 10 Years Sober. I really love that. How would you describe the style to people that are going to go and listen to this? Oh, your family's in the background. Hello, hello.
That's actually Teresa Insinat.
Hi.
That is the girl or the person, because I don't know if I can call her a
You can-
girl.
What do you think I am?
Well, I
Do I look manly to you?
not at all. That is
Hi.
person that
Hi, whoever you are.
that is the person that discovered Tesla.
Hi.
Okay. Yes.
Well,
Yes.
Hello.
Okay. We're gonna set the record fucking straight here.
Oh.
Okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because
Let me
everyone.
talk to her. Brian,
No,
let me talk to her.
no, I'm running this. You listen to me.
I
And
got
that's
you.
alfalfa.
That's alfalfa. She
So-
also discovered Tesla.
So for the record
Wow.
and the truth be told, hi, sweetie. When Tesla sent out our first demos that got us eventually Alfalfa signed to Geffen Records, Teresa Insinat was the one that listened to the demos.
Well, actually, I was at Electra at the time.
Right.
And in like a small dark room with no windows, literally
Yeah.
like a closet. And I was the person that everybody sent their tapes to that,
And
we weren't supposed to take unsolicited tapes for various reasons, but I listened to them anyway.
yeah,
And one of them was theirs, and they weren't called Tesla at the time, but that's whatever.
City Kid.
City Kid. And
Right.
I'm like, this is pretty good. And yeah, in
Hey,
between.
Teresa, bob your head down so we can see you for a sec.
Hi.
Oh,
Anyway,
okay.
so I thought their tape was pretty good back when people had tapes. And in between, like looking at pictures of naked girls being sent in for Motley Crue. So, anything was like, please,
Right.
get me out of this low self-esteem sweepstakes. Anyway, so I listened to their, and it was really good. And so I said, I got to go see this band
And she came and seen
in
us.
Sacramento.
In Sacramento, we were opening for Ronnie Montrose.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
Then how did Tom
I took it to Tom.
she took it to Tom because she was working with Tom.
Yeah, I was his scout.
She was, and then Tom, came in and he'll tell you the whole story about
Everything.
everything.
Because, and then
Hey.
some. But anyway.
But that's the truth. So Teresa got the tape first. She dug it. She came and seen us play. Then she took it to Tom Zutov.
And then I said, you have to come see this band.
And then he came, and then the rest is all on the back of
because
the
I was
first
like, I was low on the food chain, so I didn't really have
So-
slacking power directly, but I could.
So me and Teresa and the band have always had a great relationship.
I love these guys. They're awesome.
So she's in Florida now, and I'm in Florida, and she's come over, and we're gonna go to dinner after this interview. So
we're just gonna go hang out.
Dude,
Teresa
you just got like some top rate
I
shit.
I
You're
got
like
some
fucking Elon Musk, dude. You got the scoop.
And you didn't even have to have a band of incels to help you get it.
No.
So who are you, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm 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 the Canadian Border City Rock Talk guru, Ernest. Nice to meet you.
Oh, Canadian border city. What Canadian border city?
Sault Ste.
Sault
Marie.
Ste. Marie
Oh,
and
okay, that's not really border though.
yeah, we
Yeah.
are. We're Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario, Sault Ste. Marie,
Uh-huh.
Michigan. There's an international bridge.
Is it on the border? Why did I always think it was up north?
It is north.
I know, but up north in Canada more, not on the
No,
border.
it's in
We're right on
south.
the border with Michigan
I want to
because
live in your country. Will you marry me so I can get citizenship?
Yeah, Teresa's coming to live with
I
you.
don't
I
know
ain't going anywhere.
if
I'm
you're
staying here,
getting
but
if you're
Teresa's
getting
Can I
coming.
get
royalties, if you're getting royalties from
citizenship?
Tesla, yes.
Okay, no, I'm not. I should be, but no, I'm not.
Well,
So,
there's a lot of that going on.
do I need to bring a dowry? Is that what you're saying?
Don't know.
A dowry?
Dowry. Yeah, I
Anyway,
don't know if you want to come to Canada these days. You know, it's
mm,
pretty
yeah.
bad,
And
pretty
But you know
socialist.
what? You're a country that has universal health care. You're not arguing about things like gay marriage and abortion. That works for me.
hey, no politics on my
Okay.
thing.
Anyway, yeah.
No politics.
That's all I'm saying.
No politics on my show.
Sorry, I
Thanks,
didn't mean to
Teresa.
crash the interview.
No,
No.
that's cool. You gave me this interview is going to go through the roof. Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
yeah, yeah. Okay,
So,
so
what were we
anyways,
talking about?
what's your next question? Oh,
I
so
don't even
that's
have any.
me and
Oh,
Alex,
Violet Breed.
25 new songs.
Okay, so why is it you and Alex with the capital X? Do you just bring in different guitar players and drummers?
Um, so the first set of 8 songs had a drummer named Derek Deason,
Yeah.
and the guitars were played by a few of them by Alex, a few of them by me, and then the rest by Dave Rude from Tesla.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
And on the new stuff, some of the guitars are Dave Rude. Some of the guitars are this guy named Jimmy Falco, who lives by me in New York. He's a great guitar player. And some of the guitars are Brian Wheat. And I'm still in the middle of, sussing these songs out. None of them are finished, these new 25, but they're close. So, I'll say, well, that song probably Dave should play. That suits him more. Or this song
Yeah.
Jimmy should play. Or this song, I'm just going to keep my original demo guitars because they got the right feel for it.
Right. Okay. That
And
makes
then
sense.
the drummer on all the new stuff is Sal from Stain, the drummer in Stain, Sal.
Wow. Did not know that.
Yeah, he lives in my town of Auburn, and he comes by and he's a great fucking drummer and he plays and it's great. So it's pretty easy, man. I mean,
Well,
it's
you've surrounded yourself for your career with great musicians. You can spot them and you have those connections. So I don't see any tour dates on the website yet. Is there anything that you are planning? Like I know there's 2 full songs out, or is it something that you guys will do, but it's in
yeah,
the
I don't know when. Okay. I'm gonna keep releasing singles,
it's the way to do
right?
it these days.
Yeah. So I mean, after 10 years sober, there'll be another single, and then after that one, there'll be another single. And then I think once people are starting to, because we're building this thing, pretty much from the
Yeah.
ground up. Once people got a grasp that there's a band called Violet Breed and, this, that, and the other, Alex and Brian, whatever, and we start to develop our following, um, we'll go out and we'll play.
Right on. I mean, like I said, that 10 years sober. Oh, was the other question. How would you describe the music?
Well, the music, I think, is contemporary sounding,
Yeah.
right? It has elements of things like me and Alex share, like we both love Paul McCartney and we both love Freddie Mercury and
Freddie
Queen.
Mercury. Yeah.
Yeah. And we both love My Chemical Romance, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And some of the newer bands. So we take all that and we take my kind of old school mentality, even though like I'm not one of those guys that just goes, listen, I want to make, you know, Aerosmith rocks 1975 for the rest of my life. That's not
Right.
my
Right.
bag. I listen to new music and try to stay up with current, what's happening and this, that, and the other. And Alex kind of comes from the older place as well and the newer place. So we take all that together,
Well, he's
right?
quite young.
Yeah, he's just almost 30. And we put it together, and what comes out at the end of it all is Violet Breed.
Right on. How did you come up with the name? Or who did, was it you or Alex or?
Well, me and Alex were on the phone one day and we were just talking about names, and we both like the color purple. That kind of, it's, if you look at our single artwork on both singles, there's that color,
Yeah, yeah.
that violet color.
Bingo.
And then we just thought, well, the two of us are together and we're breeding songs, you know what I mean?
I
We're
like that. You're breeding
so
songs.
that's it, it's like this purple color, and we breed songs, and we said, how about Violet Breed? And we went, fine. Not violent, not to be
No,
confused with violent.
yeah.
It's violet.
When they say violent, it does it make you violent?
No, I'm not a violent guy, man. I used to be when I was young. I used to take a
Well, you're a
bath.
son of a milkman, so you wouldn't be
I am
violent.
a son of a milkman. I've had to be violent at times, and I've definitely been accused of being an asshole many times. And
No.
sometimes you have to be
Yeah.
to, to get people to listen. So,
To get
uh,
ahead in life.
but I'm not a violent person. I always choose for a peaceful solution.
Well, that's
But
great.
if I have to
Uh,
get violent, I'm not afraid to.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm gonna shake your hand in the meet and greet. So when I put my hand this way, I'm not coming at you, man.
No, it's cool, man, dude. I've gone through a lot of therapy. I'm in a transitional period, and I'm good, man. Like Samuel Jackson.
All right, I'll let you get to dinner, Brian. A couple cliche questions. Favorite Canadian band, past or present, or artist?
Pat Travers,
Pat Travers, definitely that comes up.
dear
And
friend, my favorite.
yeah, for sure. And what's the opposite of unsubscribe?
Subscribe.
Everybody do is legendary bassist from Tesla and Violet Breed says and subscribe to Border City Rock Talk for these great interviews. Like I said, Doug Aldridge's coming up, Angry Anderson's coming up this week, and I hope you guys have a great night tonight for your dinner.
Come and see us in Sault Ste. Marie with Tesla.
You said you got me tickets. I'm going.
I got it, but I mean the people out there too, and
Oh yeah, no, everybody go. I think, like I said, I think the show's sold out.
then
So,
hopefully I'll bring Violet Breed to Canada soon. You know.
oh, we'd love to see you.
All right, man. Be
All right,
good. Keep it
take care.
good. Keep it good in the hood.
Rock on.